Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Rob.
And this is Ask Rob and Rob.
Yeah, welcome to the show that's all about answering your property conundrums. That's right, conundrums or questions or queries, whatever they are, send them over and we will get them answered for you. Steve has sent in today's question. Before we listen to what that is, let's have a quick recap, Rob, of how someone can ask a question of their own.
Okie dokie, nice and simple. It's not changed. You probably know that number off by heart. You probably know it better than your home number by now. But it's 013 808 00035. If you call that number, you can leave us an answer phone message and we will play it on the show. Now, if you get it wrong, just leave us another one. That's fine. But if you want to practice and do a few goes through your computer, you can do that too. You can go through thepropertyhub.net/ask. That's thepropertyhub.net/ask. Leave a recording via your computer or your smartphone, and we will pick it up that way. Either way, super simple, and that's exactly what Steve's done.
Hi Rob and Rob, my name's Steve. I'm fairly new to all of this, but I'm absolutely loving the podcast. I'm like making my way back through the old ones, and I'm absolutely loving learning about this whole property world, and it's really interesting and helpful, so thanks for all that. So I was just wondering what advice you would give me or anyone else about how to kind of hit the ground running in the new year. Like, I want to really throw myself into it at the start of 2018, so just any kind of advice you've got on how to get off the ground and get started would be amazing. Thanks again for everything. It's been absolutely brilliant so far, so I'm really looking forward to really going for it now. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.
Great question, Rob.
Yeah, great question. A lot of people are going to be asking themselves that same question at this time of year. If you're not asking yourself this question and you're not absolutely sure about what your strategy is for next year, then you should be. Luckily, Steve has done it for you, so we can give you some tips and resources to help you through that process. We're going to mention in this answer, I think, a lot of things that are Property Hub resources. It could sound like we're pitching you a load of stuff, but no, because first of all, it's all free. And second of all, we've put all this stuff together for a reason. It's because we know how important this stuff is. We know the difference it makes when you get it right. So we've put a lot of effort into creating tools and resources and ideas to help you on your way and to make the best use of your planning time. So the first thing to mention, Rob, is a dedicated strategy page that we've put together.
Yeah, this is a super resource. And the reason why we're linking to this page is because the first thing you need to be doing is setting goals. And really good goals as well. Most people are not very good at this, and they don't know they're not very good because they don't know what good goal setting looks like. But don't worry, if you're not a natural at setting goals, and let's face it, none of us are born natural goal setters, you can learn it quite easily, and we've got multiple resources to help you. Now, on the propertyhub.net/strategy, you've got a podcast related to goal setting, and that's awesome. Make sure you listen to that. But also on the propertyhub.net/courses, you will find a free goal setting course, which we've called Laying the Foundations. And that's a step-by-step system for setting and achieving your property goals. So start with those two first. But then, Rob, that link that we've talked about, the strategy link, it takes you from that next step. Once you've got clear defined goals, you really then need to be laying out your strategy. And we've given people that framework or that education via that link.
Yeah, there's links on there to 3 separate episodes that we put together on this. There is a lot to think about when you're putting a strategy together. Not something we wanted to rush, so we spread it across 3 episodes. You'll find all of those linked in the same place. So there's loads for you to be doing straight away. Lots for you to be listening to, scribbling down lots of notes, sharpening your ideas. And that'll take you a long way, but there's only so far you can get in isolation. The next step is to get out and bounce those ideas off other people and get the support that you need. So one way to do that is to get along to a meetup. If you go to thepropertyhub.net/meetups, you'll find loads of them around the country. They're great for a couple of different reasons. They're great for building your network, because whatever you decide that your strategy should be and whatever it is you decide you want to do, you can't do it alone. You'll need other people, whether they are tradespeople or mortgage brokers or whatever it is. You can meet some of those people and get recommendations for those people at meetups. Also, it serves as accountability. It's going to be embarrassing if you turn up every month and see the same people and they'll ask you what progress you've made and you go, oh yeah, I've been a bit busy. When you realize that the next meetup is in a couple of weeks and you haven't done anything yet, that will give you a boost. I actually met someone at the Birmingham meetup recently who said that he attends every month because it forces him to take action, and he uses that as an accountability mechanism. So meetups are great for that. You can also meet people online to get guidance and advice. We've got the Property Hub forum, which is brilliant for that. So it starts with putting your plan together. then moves on to getting out into the real world, getting the support and the accountability and the connections that you need from other people. But then, Rob, there's a few specific things that you can do to make sure that this goes beyond just planning.
Absolutely. So plans are awesome, but share those plans with other people. Get feedback on them. A great way of doing that is going to the propertyhub.net/forum, the free forum. Remember, all of this is free. You'd be mad not to take advantage of it. Whether you're experienced or a newbie, get involved. The forum's great. List out what you're planning to do, why you're planning to do it. And the people are so generous on there with their time and their experiences that they will give you guidance and will share their ideas, their thoughts and their approaches. Why not do it? It's a great way to connect with people. It's a great way to network, but also just tap into the knowledge base of the thousands and thousands of people who are involved in the Property Hub forum. So make sure you do that. But Rob, you've got your plan, you've got advice, you've got a strategy. It's all there. It's all there. But you actually, there's something missing here, isn't there?
Yep, that something is action.
Aha, of course.
You can build yourself a brilliant portfolio in your head, and that'll be fun, and you'll be happy when you close your eyes and you think about all the rent coming in, but then you'll be disappointed when you open your eyes and realise that none of it has actually happened. Action is the only way that you actually get any meaningful change. This is a step where a lot of people fall down. The best way we found, Rob, to make this happen is to give yourself a deadline.
It is. Set yourself a deadline and tell other people about that deadline, that by such a date, I am going to invest. Now, a common mistake newbies make is they are striving for perfection. They're looking for the perfect property investment. I'm going to save you all some time. It doesn't exist. There is no such thing as a perfect investment. If you want to find something wrong with a deal, with an investment, you will find one. Just look for very good, or even good. Just look for a good investment or a very good investment. Don't set the bar too high. Now, I'm not saying accept anything and bid on the first thing you look at. Far from it. Do your research, do all the things that we've taught you. But if it stacks up and it's looking pretty good, go for it. Don't think, I may be able to find something better if I wait 3 months. If you find something good there and then move on it. Take action. And I think the final point to say of all of this, Rob, of all of our learnings, we're going to make ourselves redundant here, but the final piece of advice is a real solid one.
Yeah, this is all well and good, but the real learning starts once you've actually invested. You might think that you've picked up a lot of information and you've got a lot of clarity, and you will have done, but there's so much more, and that level only kicks in once you've actually invested. I've been through this myself so many times. Every time that I look to stretch myself and do something new in property and go into a different area, do something I haven't done before, I'll do some reading about it first. I'll talk to some people about it first. I'll think I understand it pretty well before I actually commit. But then I'll actually do it and realize, oh, I didn't really understand it at all. And that's fine. That's just the way it is. You have to get comfortable with doing things before you feel you're 100% ready, because you'll never be 100% ready without having actually done it first. So you have to do enough research, enough planning, enough going out and talking to people and building your network. But if you wait until you feel like you know everything, well, you'll be waiting forever, because the only way to build that knowledge is to get started.
So we're coming up to the end of the year. People are making plans for next year. If you've not invested, take that advice, get started, get going, become a property investor next year. Don't let another year pass you by. You may have got to the end of 2017, it's not happened for you. Don't let that happen again next year. And for those who became investors for the first time this year, then congratulations. No, seriously, massive congratulations. You've made such a huge positive step for yourself and probably for others around you as well. So well done. Now, Rob, Ask Rob and Rob is nearly done for the year. We're going to get one more in next week, and we've got a very special guest, a very special call-in next week. So super excited of that. And of course, we've got the podcast back on Thursday.
Yes, we have. So we will see you for those. In the meantime, if you've got a question of your own, get it in. We're nearly wrapped for this year, but we'll have plenty of time for it next year. We're not going anywhere. So go over to thepropertyhub.net/ask to get your question in. But that's it for today. We'll see you back for the Property Podcast on Thursday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.